Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome on into the channel. Today I'm taking a look at this video called Teyvat Chapter Storyline Preview Travail. So this video came super recommended to me via comment, and I thought I would take a look at this before I go into the character teasers. I plan on doing character teasers next and then like animated shorts and all that stuff after, but I was told to take a look at this because it might just be a good introduction to like maybe the current storyline in Genshin, right? It does say it contains spoilers, but I think, I think I can go into this. It's 4 minutes, contains spoilers. I think I'll be totally fine. I'm not too worried about, like what kind of spoilers I'm going to get in this video. So let me just dive into this. It's 4 minutes long. This came out, hold on. So first off, let me get some context here. 24 million views. It's clearly very important. It has it released in 2020, right in the peak of COVID, really. Let me just go ahead and watch it and see what's going on. All right, it's 4 minutes. What am I going to get in 4 minutes of a video here? Here we go.
We had no time to say goodbye, so let's not call it that.
Who's that talking? Why didn't even make sure it's HD?
The war has already begun. It is just a continuation of past battles.
Okay.
The gods goad us on with the promise of their 7 treasures.
7
rewards for the worthy, the doorway to divinity. Yet buried in the depths of this world lies smoldering remains, a warning to those that dare trespass. That throne in the sky is not reserved for you. But mortal
I'm loving like the
irrigation
narration and
never
everything
stops.
so far.
None will escape the flames.
Okay.
See for yourself.
Okay, here we go. Act prologue.
For a millennium finally faces his perturbation.
The dragon who defended Mondstadt.
What does freedom really mean when demanded of you by a god?
Fair question.
The god of contracts.
Oh, it's actually
senselessly
like
slaughtered
Okay,
as
so-
his people watched on in horror.
Act 1.
In the end, he will sign the contract to end all contracts.
Okay.
In the
Act
secluded
2.
land of the immortal Shogun, the Bakufu rules.
So this is literally like, were they literally giving you guys
But
what
do mortals
was to
see
come in
of the
Genshin like this
eternity
many years
chased
ahead of
after
time?
by their god?
That's kind of cool.
The god of wisdom's enemy is wisdom itself.
The god of
And the
wisdom's enemy is
oasis of
wisdom
knowledge
itself.
Is a mirage in the desert of ignorance.
Okay.
In the city
Ooh,
of
I like that.
scholars, there is a push for folly.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah,
god
yeah,
of
yeah.
Wisdom makes no argument against it.
Okay.
The god
So what
of
act is it
justice
currently
lives for
in?
the spectacle of the courtroom, seeking to judge all other gods.
There we go. Yes. Masquerade
But
of the
even
Glory.
she knows not to make
Oh,
an
Lenny
enemy
and
of the
Lynette.
divine.
Cool. Okay.
The rules of war are woven in the
Act
womb.
5.
The victors shall burn bright, while the losers
Love the music.
must turn to ash. When the god of war shares the
God of
secret
War.
with the traveler, it is because she has her reasons.
Huh.
She is a god with no love
Act
left for her
6.
people, nor do they have any left for her.
Everwinter without mercy.
Her followers are
Snezaya.
only to be on her side when the day of
Oh.
her rebellion against the divine comes at last.
I love. Wait, so
In
the face is not
perpetual
revealed there.
meantime Of a
Huh.
sheltered eternity, most are content to live and not to dream. But in the hidden corners where the god's gaze does not fall, there are those who dream of dreaming.
Oh,
Some
the
say
dream
a
yet to be
few are
dreamed.
chosen and the rest are dregs. But I say we humans have our humanity.
Ooh.
We will defy this world with a power from beyond.
Ooh. Okay.
Now, you who has set foot in this world, your journey has reached its end, but one final doorway remains. Step
that
forth
piano.
if you have understood the meaning of your journey. Defeat me, command me to step aside. Show me that you are worthier than I to rescue her. Then, the threads of all fate will be yours to reweave.
Okay, so I love that they like basically back in 2020 gave a
My
preview of
memory
everything to
has all
come?
but faded completely. But I will always remember how much she too loved these flowers.
Okay, I do have questions about the flowers specifically. Obviously, it's the flowers that are shown here, you know? Okay, lots going on in this. Of course, I have no clue what is happening. I'm sure, I mean, am I crazy in saying that like when this came out in 2020, this obviously was insanely hype. Now that you're seeing in this 2026, I'm sure you guys are all like, oh wow, okay, so we're on act whatever, right? Act 6 or act 5. And now we're gonna be getting, you know, act 7 or whatever. Actually, I think in the synopsis, oh, there is an act, only act 6. Okay. There was that last chapter. I'm gonna take a look at that afterwards. But so we have act 1, Farewell Archaic Lord. Act 2, Omnipresence over Mortals. Act 3, Truth Amongst the Pages of Piranha. Act 4, Masquerade of the Guilty. Act 5, Incandescent Ode of Resurrection. And Act 6, Everwinter Without Mercy. That means nothing to me, but I'm sure it means a lot to you guys. Okay, I want to just go in here and talk specifically about what's going on. Okay, so obviously here at the beginning, there is the protagonist, right? The Traveler is the Genshin protagonist. So you have the two characters here. But the end is interesting because now I don't know anything. Like I really don't. The female version of the Traveler is gone, and obviously there's the narration, which I'm going to obviously assume is the Traveler speaking. But basically the narration says when it gets dark here at the very end, basically says, my memory has all but faded completely, but I always will remember how much she too loved these flowers. So why is the Traveler gone? The female Traveler, I guess. And yeah. I guess that's the question. So I don't know. Is it basically saying by the end of this storyline, one of the Travelers will be gone? The female one specifically? Like, so like, I guess, what does that all mean? What will the female Traveler be gone by the end of this? Does that one die? I don't know. You guys will have to let me know if that has some significance. It's got to have some significance. This means a lot. There's got to be a reason why one of them is missing. So that's one aspect of this trailer that I don't know much that's going on in this. Okay, let me talk about the visuals. The music was really, really good. I liked how the music changed, obviously based on which act that we were in as well. So the first act is the prologue, the Outlander who caught the wind.
Mondstadt for a moment.
That's where we get the mention of Mondstadt. And so really what I'm noticing, obviously with these acts, I'm guessing we got to the new areas each time with each act. Maybe not. You know how I know there's like Inazuma, Natlan, Snezhnaya, right? I actually saw Snezhnaya. Does it show? Hold on.
Finally faced
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So each area, so the prologue here says
his
Mondstadt.
perturbation.
And then, you know what? I don't even know if I noticed that. Liyue, I always forget how to say this one, is Act 1. Okay, so literally each act is each section. Act 2 is Inazuma. What do we get for Act 3? Act 3 was Sumeru. That's why I was like, oh, right? Because I was like, oh, it's all these characters that have like the same kind of style and everything. Fontaine is Act 4. Gotcha. Act 5 is that one? No, that's Natlan. Okay, so yeah. So you guys actually knew the regions that you were going to be getting. And obviously, probably when you're playing the game, there's probably mention of the other regions. Were you able to go? So for example, Act 6 here is Snezhnaya, right? Were you guys able to go to Snezhnaya even before Act 6 was out? Or is it legitimately like you guys weren't able to go to this region, or we weren't getting any regional characters from that from the game until this act of the main story, right? So I'm very curious about that. So now I'm guessing you guys are possibly on Act 6, right? Because I know Natlan characters, there was a lot of Natlan characters that I was taking a look at with my reactions. So Act 6 is Snezhnayan characters. I think maybe, are you guys in Snezhnaya now? Is the game like currently in Act 6? So that's pretty crazy to have this video from not only almost 6 years ago kind of lay out this whole pathway and now to be in Act 6. Now I'm kind of scared, like what happens after all of this? Is there going to be another big trailer that kind of shows the next, 5+ years of Genshin story? That'd be really, really cool. Okay, so Act 6 here, it starts off with, she is a god with no love left for her people, nor do they have any left for her. And then we get this image here. Her followers only hope to be on her side when the day of her rebellion against the divine comes at last. We have this shot here. Do you guys already know who this is? I'm guessing that's obviously who this is mentioning. I don't know. But there's no actual like mention of who this god is here. Maybe that image is actually of something totally entirely different. But I don't think I recognize like the clothing here. Obviously, I've only been getting the character trailers. I don't recognize anybody in this picture here. So you guys let me know. Maybe you guys already know who this is. So I guess let me know in the comments who that is in the chair here. That'll be interesting to know. In some of these, like Act 1, Mondstadt and everything, they actually show you a character or two, right? Like, so I saw Linny and Lynette here in, was it Act 4? Very early, right? This is 2020. But then when did Linny and Lynette actually come out? I'm actually going to go find out right now. So according to Google, Linny did not come out until 2023, August 2023. So that basically means you guys saw this character, these two characters, Linny and Lynette, literally 3 years before they came out. That's actually kind of crazy. They kept the designs, it looks like. I don't know if there's been any like maybe minor changes here, but that looks like Linny and Lynette to me. So that's a pretty cool preview of like the next 5 years, the fact that they're actually showing characters like this. Okay, and then you got Natlan, of course, as well. And then we go to Snezhnaya now. So here's the other cool part of this, especially for those of you that have like been following this. I'm sure all of you follow this. There's the next one. Act, and it's not even showing. Obviously, you would think Act 7. There's got to be a reason why they didn't put Act 7, right? The dream yet to be dreamed. And the narrator said something about those right here. There are those who dream of dreaming. So we have another little section about dreams coming up, apparently. And the next area is going to be called Kainria. I don't know. Maybe a character is mentioned, the name of the next area in the game. You guys let me know. Okay, I like this. I like that Genshin basically gave you guys a plan, right? I think this is basically, you know how like games will come out with like their roadmaps for like the next couple years, right? I'm talking like your live service games. This is basically a live service game if you think about it. You know what I mean? Like they'll have a roadmap of like, oh, this DLC is going to come here. This DLC is going to come here. You know, this will be the winter update of 2020, whatever, right? So this was basically, I feel like, their roadmap, which was really, really cool. And you guys will have to let me know how well have they stuck to their roadmap here. I mean, it looks like they have, right? Like they've done a really, really good job. And they didn't give you dates or anything in any of these. So I don't know if like, I don't know how much time is in between each act as well. I don't know if you guys have like a favorite act amongst all of these acts. Yeah, let me know that in the comments, guys. Of these acts, have they only gotten better as time has gone on? Did you have a favorite act specifically? I feel like you guys probably all have a favorite region maybe, because, you know, obviously like the characters in each region are going to be different, and you know there might be an era of the game that you're like really, really excited about. So do we know anything about this next act to come? Do we know why it's not Act 7 technically? Stuff like that, guys. So let me know everything about this trailer. I think it's a good layout of the Genshin storyline. You know, it says it contains spoilers. I guess if you didn't want to see like Linny and Lynette like this, or like what the next area is going to be called, definitely you would probably want to avoid this. But it seems like a lot of you took the chance to watch this at 25 million views. I feel like that's a crazy amount. All right, everybody. There's a lot going on in this. There's a lot of like foreshadowing with the narration here about gods and things like that. Obviously, I don't know anything about any of this stuff here. I've only really just taken a look at the character trailers, and I feel like that's just touching the surface of the world of Genshin. So I think what I really need to get into at some point, I'm going to be doing the character teasers, but what I really need to get into at some point is obviously like the lore of the regions too. I think is pretty important. So I don't know if there's a way to learn about all of these regions, or I don't know if there's like a way I can just learn about the story of each of these acts. As somebody that might not play the game for quite a while, I would love to know like the story so far, or maybe like a summary of each act would be kind of cool to learn as well. But all right, guys, drop all that stuff in the comments. Thanks for watching the reaction. If you enjoyed this, please leave a thumbs up on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. And if this is your first time here, go check out some of the other reactions on the channel. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.